Well, we're back. Episode number 5 of the Chill Experience.
Hey, Chad.
Hey, Jill.
What's up?
We're back.
We're back.
And if you like it, make sure you hit subscribe on our YouTube channel, The Chill Experience. Hey, so we're back.
And I think maybe it's 10 degrees right now. I'm not 100% sure. But here's what is just blowing my mind. Tomorrow is going to be dangerously cold. So they've already closed the schools.
No, not because of cold. No way, I don't believe it.
Yes, because of the cold. Now I'm like going to sound as if I'm my parents saying, when I was young, we walked up a hill, we walked in the snow, but I'm going to say that's true. We never got a day off for school. I don't care if it was blizzarding, sleeting, raining, freezing, whatevering. We never got a day off of school. They never closed the school.
I don't even get it. I think that's nonsense. Can I say that?
You can, and I'm going to tell you why I think they closed the school, because they've realized that you could actually school from home. Thank you, COVID.
Okay.
Right? You can good. Work from home. You can school from home.
Yeah.
You don't need to be there. But although I guess part of the being there is interacting with people. But
you could miss it because of COVID and 2 or 3 years of COVID.
And you still learn.
Okay, can you believe this?
Just a little lonelier.
I have a friend who has COVID today.
No way.
And that's what I said.
No way.
When's the last time you heard someone had COVID in the last 9 months, maybe a year?
I really haven't.
And neither have I.
I mean, we know it's still out there, but thank goodness people had, got vaccines.
Shout out to Susan, by the way. I think she'd appreciate that. Because it turns out, as we're into episode 5 of the Chill Experience, that there's a lot of people that watch this, Jill.
Surprised.
So maybe what we could do is shout outs to those people that acknowledge.
Well, shout out.
So, hey, Susan. And Jeffrey.
Shout out.
And Jordan.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out is good. So, we did a little bit of traveling. The last video we did was our New Year post.
Right.
Out, I think we were in Florida at the time.
We were in Florida.
Living the dream and enjoying every day.
Enjoying the beautiful sunshine and family and great food, great experiences, great memories. Yeah, it was awesome.
But now we're home before our next travel experience.
Yep.
And what I think we realize is we like it at home.
We love it at home. It's our home. We have seasons. We have extreme cold.
We get to pull out our nice jackets.
Oh, I love
that we bought years ago before the global warming was popular.
Right. Love pulling out my boots, my sweaters.
You live in Florida, you can't pull out your winter jacket.
But they do.
They do.
Because, obviously we have kids on the West Coast, and as soon as it drops to 60, they're freezing. I'm like, but you were raised here, so you know what freezing is. 60 isn't freezing. So I think you get a little spoiled.
So at my age, I met a trainer, and he said it's important to stretch a lot. And I think you know this, but when I was playing tennis the other day, I pulled my hamstring on day 1, I pulled my calf on day 2, and on day 3, I still played more tennis with black and blue throughout my whole leg. But what it turns out is, had I stretched maybe better,
or at all,
maybe it would have been a different experience.
Yeah.
That being said, since I'm home, I've now become a yogi.
Again.
Now, for years, I've done yoga, but now I'm actually caring about my yoga.
And why it's important.
And the stretching that we're doing in my private classes, given that you're yoga certified.
Correct.
So share with us, as people like John Carlo and other people in our life are fascinated by the fact that a man of my size and stature does yoga. Share with us maybe a little bit of the importance around stretching and yoga and mindset that maybe can help our audience.
Well, quite honestly, you know how I feel about yoga. I feel it is just the life-changing, mind-altering in so many positive ways. And, where it began and what it is now, some people are yoga for the clothes and whatever, but yoga is a mind altering in a positive way. And for me personally, being a yogi, and now as you said, yoga certified, it is a game changer. I can say very confidently that I believe I went through menopause without anything, not a night sweat, not any single thing, because I practice yoga regularly.
So how did you get into yoga? I'm fascinated by the story of
Well,
Jill and getting into yoga. Tell me about that story, Jill.
so I think you know the story, but we'll share. So back in July of 2012, you invited me to go to a local gym to do yoga. And I think I was sort of like, ew, yoga. And I went, and the instructor, Nancy, changed my life.
Okay.
She just did a class that was, it was life-changing. It's the only way I can describe it. And from that point on, I was hooked. And when I went all the time, if I could go every day, I went every day, but obviously it was working at the time, so it was a little bit harder. So I loved her class, branched out into more classes, started doing hot yoga, and it just stuck.
So what's crazy is, and I want anyone listening to this, is that you could do something once, experience it, and it could change your life. So I've heard the story about the skier, right? They went skiing, the guy took a lesson, he fell in love with it, and now he travels every weekend an hour and a half each way to go skiing. The yoga I did for 5 years consistently because I believe Nancy changed my life as well.
Right.
And
Wendy.
And Wendy, who was just spiritually beautiful and kind and encouraging
Everything
in
about it.
our journey. Now we're at the place where we do yoga, and I'm doing it now pretty much 5 days a week, but also Pilates.
Right. Two different practices.
100%, but it's on the reformer for me.
Right.
And it's
me.
mind, body, it's core, and it feels good.
It's everything.
Now,
That's why I don't care if it's minus 1,000 tomorrow. I'm going to Pilates at noon.
And what do you do at 1 o'clock when you get home?
Well, it's my Dateline hour.
Okay, well, share, because I think that Dateline is an extremely popular 1 o'clock show. What's your favorite thing about watching Dateline?
Because it's true stories. So I'm hearing about things that have actually happened that are pretty mind-blowing. Hard to believe that these things are going on in this world, but maybe not so hard to believe. Just crazy stories.
And Eric, our friend Eric, watches it also.
Yes, he does.
Even though he has a very director level important job,
Right.
He doesn't seem to pick up the phone during Dateline.
No, I do.
And I wonder,
because I don't have a director important job.
and I wonder for others who are listening to us today, if you could put in the comments, do you watch Dateline? And if so, why?
Well, I will admit that I'm not watching the daytime Dateline as much as I was because there's too many reruns.
Oh.
So I'm recording the Friday night Dateline and getting that 2-hour show, like the one we watched last night. So I love it. I enjoy it.
Many of you are looking at the pins that I have on my little notepad here, and I'm going to make you wait a little while longer before we get to these. But don't be distracted by the different crabs and the different
The symbols, you mean?
in the palm here. We'll get to these. Jill, if we're looking out maybe not that long, 3 years from now,
Yes.
right? What has to happen, do you think, in our lives so that you feel like we've had success? Call it personally and maybe professionally, but certainly personally. What has to happen in the next 3 years? Whether it's travel or meditation or more yoga. What do you think?
To make me feel like we've had success?
Yeah, looking back, right? So is
I
it
feel
today
like
we're just there?
I think we have success.
Okay.
I think I am happily retired. So, tomorrow if I wasn't retired, I'd be an essential worker. I'd have to go to work. They wouldn't have called it and said, sorry, no work today. I would have to get up and go. And that's brutal. So that's a success right there. And I think as far as all other aspects, right? I think everything is going very well.
Well, like as an example on the podcast,
Right.
we have viewers.
Right.
And we have subscribers.
Right.
But do we have a goal of like 1,000 subscribers or 10,000? Do we want to go viral? Like, what is it that we want?
We want infinity. We'd love to go viral. We'd love to get feedback from people that are watching. We'd like to have different ideas and topics that people maybe would love to hear us speak about. Because I think in our years of living, we've experienced a lot between the two of us, separately and then together. So I would love for people to write in and say, hey, have you guys ever blah? Can you talk about it? Because, I mean, we have literally, thousands of topics that we could talk about. And we basically come and sit down on whatever day.
Yeah.
And whatever is on our mind, except for, maybe this that you have pre-planned, but whatever's on our mind and whatever's happened in our life, we just sort of talk about.
That's right. So we like to travel December through March, let's say, and maybe travel with others, with family, right? And so as we're discussing our options, it turns out that when I talk to others about their travels, a lot of them do cruises. And then I say, oh, what cruise line you going on? And,
Right.
Norwegian or Oceania or Princess. And I'm always like, well, that's fun, because, we do cruises. We've been on a few.
Right.
And then they have the other side of vacations where they go to the Palm Springs, or they go to Florida, or they go to Arizona. What are your thoughts around this whole vacation thing and how long a good vacation is?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Vacation. What do I think is a good length vacation? I am more inclined to say these days about 10 days.
Okay.
As we all know, who does the packing and the preparing and the reservations and everything that involves the vacation falls on these big shoulders here, and you just sort of tag along and enjoy the ride.
Peace out.
Yeah.
And so when you're on vacation, what's an ideal day on vacation? Is it sitting at the pool? Is it hiking? Is it pickleball? Is it a nice meal out? What do you think that is? Because a lot of people vacation, but they don't feel like they're on vacation. They're not really feeling it.
Right. I can say I believe I really feel that most vacations I'm on vacation, even though I am most of the time the planner of the vacations. So let's take our most recent, or the oldest vacation so far for this year, which was going to Aspen skiing with a few of our kids who enjoy skiing. And I loved everything about it. Now I keep saying it's almost like Instagram is reading my mind. The mom skier who is pizzaing down the slope because I want to hang with my kids.
Right.
I do absolutely enjoy it, but I let you guys enjoy the tippy top and the edgy edge and that kind of stuff. So I enjoy that. I liked getting up and making breakfast for everyone. I love the town. I mean, what's not to love about it? It's beautiful. And, maybe the snow wasn't as great as it was in the past.
Yeah, people kept saying the snow might not be good, but
Yeah,
you know
but
what, Jill? When you go up high enough,
I know. You found the
Plenty of snow.
And you guys, we all managed to ski.
we all manage.
The meals, fabulous. A little bit of shopping in there, fabulous.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, just like
I loved
J-Lo.
our accommodations. I love that we stayed in a VRBO. I think the kids like that too. We had the first night that we laughed so hard, I think our sides were hurting.
Yeah, because Jordan had the Apple something or other,
thing.
the Apple mask,
That he had on the plane.
And then what happened? I think Brandon went to
grabbed
the
it.
porn or
Right.
something. It was like weird.
Well, I don't know if he went there on purpose. I think it was put in there.
It's hard for me not to
Yeah.
remember that. I might not
So
be able to unsee that
it was pretty funny.
on the big TV all of
Right.
a sudden.
Like in your head's kind of doing that.
Yeah, well,
so
we
yeah,
have...
that was a great vacation.
Yeah, it was.
I think any time that we just have an experience, that we have fun memories, and we're very fortunate because we really haven't had anything go south.
No.
So that's kind of nice because we just go with the flow. That's the other thing, and I'm going to credit you with that. You always say go with the flow. So if a plane gets canceled, or this gets canceled, or this gets changed, we just go with the flow.
What else is there to do?
We go on the fly. And because I don't have to be back for a job,
Yeah.
if I have to stay a few extra days, I stay a few extra days.
So I have a cousin who passed away, and I went to the funeral, and I had a chance to meet a really nice couple, Don and Michelle, and shout out to Michelle. She's going to start watching the podcast. But what I loved about meeting Michelle is that she's a vagabond,
A vagabond. Yes.
where they carry a bag on a stick,
Carry a little knapsack.
and they go for a couple of months
And
on
they
these
just go
trips
travel. Right.
because they can.
Right.
And I think the vagabond is a metaphor for 3 or 4 suitcases.
Yes.
Now that I know her and
Yes.
how she dresses,
And I'm going to guess the stick is some designer.
and you know what?
It's not a
I'm
little
going to say
bandana
Louis
on the
Vuitton
stick.
or
Yeah.
Gucci maybe come out with some vagabond sticks.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun to see.
I think
I
so.
know someone that would buy it. And what's neat about that is the experience of going away then for longer than 10 days
Right.
and immersing yourself in a community and being a part of that.
Right.
So,
And I think the time will come, and we know when that most likely will be, that
Yeah.
we have a little more freedom to travel extensive.
yeah. I just love the idea of loving ideas, whether I do them or not.
Okay.
And like as an example, I love the idea that there's a fish behind you in the ocean.
Right.
Through YouTube, they have these 3-hour or lifetime videos where they just sit there.
Okay.
And I just get to be therapeutically meditated all day with between the fish tank and the TV.
The real fish and the fake fish.
And so I just love how that came about.
Nice.
So I used to travel to Tampa quite a bit with a group of guys or with
Right,
you or whoever.
right, yeah.
And I don't know if anyone's been to Burns, but we're going to get to the pins. So
Okay.
Burns, when you're there, they
Burns
have,
Steakhouse.
Yes.
Infamous.
and it's the second largest wine collection in the world.
Yep.
And not only do they have the wine on the premises, but they also have it where they have warehouses of it,
Right.
which for those
So
that
you get to
like wine,
visit
exactly.
the wine room.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Fascinating.
I think, what, 100,000 bottles?
Maybe more, Joe.
Maybe.
Maybe even over
Yeah.
$1 million.
More than you could probably
More than
drink.
I could drink, because even though I'm a drinker and sometimes referred to as a heavy drinker, I couldn't drink that much.
No,
So
not even you.
the story around this first pin from Burns is that they wear it on their shirt right here, and I would walk in and I would go to the server, how do you get these? And with storytelling ability, they would tell you that they're there for 5 to 25 years, and each tie has a different color based upon the service that they are. So the server has a yellow tie, the maitre d' has a black tie,
The Somme.
the Somme has a
Right.
different tie,
Right.
of which I didn't really care about the tie, honestly. I'm not really a tie guy.
Right.
But I saw the pin, and I asked if I could have a pin. I said, I'm a good customer. I would like the pin. I like to, for whatever reason, enjoy the pin. And as you'll notice, I have the pin.
Oh my God, this is like turning into a Seinfeld
Well,
episode.
the
with
reason I have
with
the pin
with
is
the pen.
because after about going there for the 10th time and not getting the pin, with such pride, they carried the pin on their shirt.
Lapel. It's actually on the
Lapel. I was smart enough to offer them $100. And I would tell you for the $100, 10 or 12, 15 years ago, which might be worth $200 today.
Well, I think you're missing the funny part of the story is that you said to the guy, oh, I would love one of those pins. I collect pins, because you started, your thing. And, well, we don't give out the pin.
Right.
But I really want the pin.
I did want the
give out
pin.
the pin.
Not a chance.
You got to do this. You got to do that. I'll give you $100. Here's the pin.
He couldn't take it off fast enough.
Not fast enough. So for $100, you could have the pin.
So I have the pin. That was my
Yes.
first pin.
They're not for sale.
They're not for sale,
No.
and it'd be my guess that you're not going to get one. One of my second pins is from the Ritz-Carlton Club. It's the
Yes.
Ritz logo,
Okay.
which I'm very proud of. Like, how many of you have a pin of the Ritz?
How many
And
of you
so
want
I
it?
have that.
Yeah.
Everybody should want it.
Right.
And then as I go through this, where it's Shaw's, or Joe Stone Crab, where I have the diamond
Oh, wow.
pin.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
This was, you make a donation and they give you the beautiful
Whoa. Yeah, don't
pin
lose
right
that
here,
one.
right? But then I'm at the Trulux,
Oh, recently.
and
When we were there.
and
took
this
it right
was
off
their
for
last
you.
one, and for whatever reason he felt compelled to give it to me. So this is the Trulux one.
Right.
I was at the Palm, so I got the Palm pin. And again, I want to know from you, what is it that you collect and what is it you care about, including cars or airplanes
Oh.
or wallets or ties or whatever it might
Wine.
be. Gibson Steakhouse was kind enough to give me a pin. And you could see the story or the theme here, that if you ask, you shall be able to get. This one here is rotary. It says here that I gave a lot of money, so I got a rotary pin. So again, I just put
we
that
were
out
members
there.
of Rotary.
And as an auctioneer for charity events, I was able to meet a Chicago police officer who gave me the Honor Guard pin. This is actually one of my favorites,
You're
and
welcome.
one that I really like.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's shiny. It looks like a police badge.
Right.
And when you wear this, you could actually cut in front of lines. Like
Yes.
people are intimidated and like to honor you. So I've never actually done that, but I think that you could definitely get away with doing that.
Maybe.
So that's my pin collection. I'd like to know what you collect. I think it's important to have something that could distract you from the everyday. This one here is Eddie V's pin. And with this one, what was interesting is I came there with a pin. He gave me this pin, and I did the pin handoff. We did the pin trade.
The pin switch.
So we did the video and we posted it online, and it was very emotional. Yes.
Ceremonial.
But I got the Eddie V's pin.
Nice.
And so, again, stories around something as simple as just the Burns pin and how to be able to collect
Do you have the
those.
Secret Service pin I got you?
I do. I have another 10 or 15 at home. And I didn't bring them all here for time because it takes time. This one here, do you guys remember the Chicago Chop House?
Oh,
This is the pin, but on the back it's got a double. So
because it's longer, so you don't want it to like hang off your shirt.
Which I think is silly. I think, Jill, they could have just done one in the middle, and then it just
but
there.
you know, then it might be a little hangy.
But the truth is, I don't really wear the Chicago Chop House. I just like to look at the Chicago Chop House.
Okay.
And so that's that.
Happy with your collection and enjoy it.
Yeah. So
enjoy.
So that's where we're at with that.
Okay.
Now, we are in Florida, and we go shopping.
Okay.
So what's interesting about shopping is we walk into a store where they don't have the color belt that you want.
Right.
But because you're not in their computer system, they weren't really helpful in getting you the belt.
Well, it's weird because I had shopped at that not at that location, but at that retailer before. So no, they didn't help. So I went to the other store and found a belt that I like probably more.
So maybe on episode 6 you could wear that belt.
Okay. You know what I thought you were going to talk about is the store we went into with the beds. Because that's a little fascinating.
Time out. Take a deep breath. Put on your bed. Insanity head,
on your bed head.
And get ready for this one. So, Jill, before we learn that there's a bed out there for over $800,000,
that's right,
that people actually own in this world,
right?
What would you think the most expensive bed would be that some human being could buy and sleep on in your wildest dreams? $
8,000.
8,000.
Right. A nice Stearns Foster pillow top, cozy bed. Yeah,
I struggle with over 5. I walk into a store and we look at the most expensive bed, and I think it's maybe even 3.
Right. Well, it's probably a little more. But the point being,
there is a point.
Who in the hell buys a bed for $800,000? And I want to know what that bed's doing to you. Well, I know. I want to know what the hell that bed's doing to you.
Or for you.
Or for you. That made you think spending $800,000 was a wise investment.
So you ever go to dinner with somebody who says, I want you to come back to my house and look at our $850,000 bed?
I have not.
But we know people that have done that.
Right.
Because it's a piece of art.
And then say, she's being dressed right now while we're at dinner.
I think that covers are being put on. Wait, now why would you have covers or sheets?
Well, because remember,
on a bed
so when we went to the store,
piece of art.
Okay, so when we went to that store, because
what's the name of it? Do you remember?
Something with an H.
Something with an H.
Not somewhere that I will be shopping.
And not anywhere. We don't want any of you to shop there either because it's
I don't want to bash them.
No, that's not true. They do have beds that are as little as $35,000.
Oh God, we should have bought 2, one for each kid. All right, so the bed itself, as we understand, is made of horsehair dipped in wax.
I'm going to look at the
okay, so it's dipped in wax. So to me, that sort of defeats the whole purpose of the horse. Like, I just don't even get the whole thing. And someone like you who has allergies, what if you breathe in the horsehair? You're in big trouble. You're not sleeping really well. But the other part that the gentleman explained to us is that the whole base, so the bed, when she's being dressed, they're only dressing that pillow top, but then the bed itself looked like it was some type of, looked bluish, plaid, some type of base.
Well, it's a beautiful
Well, first of all, no one's coming in my bedroom.
And it's Hastens, Hastens.
Right,
and we put that out there for you because, quite honestly, I bet because we have so many viewers, someone actually might have one. So maybe put in the comments what the bed does for you.
Yeah.
That you would spend $30 or $40 or $50,000.
$800,000.
Well, for the premier experience.
Okay. Yep. You could tell us what it does. I personally don't get it, but more power to you if that's your thing. So you dress her, and then all around the whatever is the showpiece part of it. So I guess maybe to someone that buys it, instead of putting a piece of artwork on the wall, they throw it on the floor in their bedroom.
Yeah.
They get to sleep on it, because you don't get to sleep on a painting, right? If you bought a Picasso or, a Warhol or a Herring,
Right.
you're not sleeping on it. You're
No.
putting it on the wall, and actually people would enjoy it because they could all see it. I don't know who's going to go, again, in someone's bedroom and go admire their bed.
But I do point this out, though, is because there's a bed for everybody.
Yes.
And
I'm going to enjoy the one we have.
And there's a car for everyone. And the other side of it is we have to open up our limited beliefs to the idea that we don't have to work in this world where things are inexpensive or not worthy. There's value that's created, and we just spent 5 minutes talking about the experience of this Hastens bed.
But is it an illusory?
Illusion?
Illusory. Illusion. Who put the value on the bed?
The bed maker?
Okay.
The bed seller?
And somebody fell for it and bought it. That's personally not my thing.
No.
I think there's better ways to spend your money if you have that kind of money. Wow, and God bless you.
Yeah. Which charity, right? Make donations to people that
That's
could.
sort of where I'm more inclined. No judgment on anybody.
No
Certainly,
judgment.
I'm sure there are charitable people that are buying
That's
those
true.
beds. But even still, I just can't ever, even if I had that to do right now, it just wouldn't be on my list of things I'm spending on.
Well, we bring it up because we got to experience it.
Well, we didn't
Because
get
we did go to the
yeah,
store.
we saw it in the store.
We got
didn't
to
see
look
the
at
house.
it.
Right.
We didn't actually put our feet on it.
Well, I did. Didn't
And
I?
and how
I
was that?
lay in the bed.
On the bed.
Felt like the bed I have in my house now, or bed I sleep on in a nicer hotel.
Yeah.
Didn't notice a difference. So the good news for you is I won't be asking you to get me a Hastens
Well,
bed.
that's a relief.
Okay.
And I look forward to other experiences that we could have where we get to decide, is it worth it or not?
Well, again, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, let it be maybe a home that I can have my family or friends visit.
Yeah.
I want something I can share with people.
Yeah.
And that bed, I'd only be sharing it with you. Not only you.
Yeah,
but you know
only
what
me,
I'm
trust
saying.
me.
But you know what I'm...
Yeah, trust me. Guys, it's only me.
But do you know what I'm saying?
I do.
We're going to spend all that money, and you and I are the only ones that are getting
By the
this.
way, if anyone ever is in the room, there's cameras in the room, and I could see from here that you're in the room. Don't go there. But what I would like you to share and where you can go
Yeah.
is we're doing yoga together now.
Yes.
So please share with us, for those that want to start doing yoga and share your experiences, what yoga equipment do you like? Right.
All right.
So the mats.
First of all, I am a big proponent. You must have a decent yoga mat.
Okay.
For as long as I've been doing it, my knees still hurt when I'm, kneeling on a mat. So you have to have a good mat. For someone like you, and many people, stretching, your flexibility is, everybody body different. So I recommend yoga blocks, nice cork blocks, something that are sturdy, right? You want to have a yoga strap, like you were saying the last couple days. You love when I pull that strap and your flexibility is already increasing, right?
That's right.
So yoga strap, yoga blocks, good quality mat, and maybe a bolster, because that's great for a relaxed style yoga, going to bed yoga. You put the bolster on your back, you're lying back, and you're opening up your chest to the universe. So those are my pieces of equipment for now. Oh, and knee, like a knee cushion that you would have.
So I love the idea that we opened it up to the universe.
Yes.
I loved our episode today. I think we're on episode 5.
5.
Soon to have episode 6. And again, like and subscribe. Peace out. What do you do? How do you end the show?
I go, chill out.
Chill out. And thank you.